Hi, I'm Al the Professor Kaufman. Maybe you've seen me in Las Vegas, one of the many beautiful casinos on the Strip. In any event, I was called a method gambler. Like you, I don't know, in my 20s, I probably blew over $1 million, going to Belmont, going to the Meadowlands. I bet on 2 cockroaches. Believe me, I was never a winner. About 15 years ago, I ran into a wise guy. The guy was a mathematical genius, and he told me, forget this handicapping. I'm going to make you what's called, quote unquote, a method gambler. I didn't know what he was talking about. Basically, he told me, forget this 50-50 and throw it in the proverbial trash can. And what I'm going to show you today is a lesson called the 4-4-4 at the crap table. What is the 4-4-4? I'm going to show you, if you understand craps, there are 36 ways on a dice, and there are 24 ways to make the points. There are 3 ways to make a 4 and 3 ways to make a 10. 4 ways to make a 5 and 4 ways to make a 9. 5 ways to make a 6 and 5 ways to make an 8, totaling 24 ways. So if we look at the chart over here, you'll see a fraction, 24 over 6. And from our first grade fractions and our arithmetic, we know that reduces to 4 to 1. Now, I'm going to give you what's called 4 to 1 odds on 4 levels. This is a progressive bet, not like red or black, or odd or even, or flipping a quarter. I'm going to give you 4 to 1 odds on 4 levels, meaning instead of going to the table and guessing and hoping for that lucky streak so you can take that trip to Tahiti and go around the world, I'm going to tell you, you don't need good luck to win. You need horrific bad luck to lose. Can it lose? Statistically, this particular method loses once every 8 hours that I can show you by taking you to the Gambler's General store and picking up a book that shows 14 hours at the crap table, and this loses once every 8 hours. Now, since I'm an honest person and I'm a teacher, I'm going to tell you first how you can lose. Actually, for you to lose in method gambling, a scenario has to happen. In this particular scenario, it's 4 people, 4 shooters in a row at the crap table have to throw a point. Like 4, then an immediate 7. The next guy, 6, immediate 7. 8, immediate 7. 10, immediate 7. Can this happen? Sure it can happen. Statistically, let me be redundant, once every 8 hours. And remember, I'm never saying it can't happen. I'm just saying it's improbable. And you've got to be basically at the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm sure you bank at Bank of America for 25 years. Bank gets robbed every now and then. When is the last time you've been to the bank at 2:18 in the afternoon and the guy had the pistol out? Now, never say it can't happen. It can happen. It's just improbable. Okay, so basically that's what's going to happen. Now, this particular lesson has 4 levels. I'm going to hold up over here. I don't know if you can see it over here. This is called a chart. This chart has 4 levels. It's progressive. And let me tell you the way this chart works. And the chart is very important. This is something that you can take right to the table with you. It's not like card counting. It's not illegal. It's carefully thought out. We're going to bet here $5 on the 4 and $5 on the 10, $5 on the 5, $5 on the 9, $6 on the 6, and $6 on the 8, which is commonly referred to as 32 across. Now, for the game to start, we have to have bam. Somebody has to make a decision on the come-out roll. The come-out roll starts the game. So it's got to be a 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, or 10. Let's just say it's a 10. So basically, we place the bets. As you're betting, you know, if you bet a 4, obviously you're going to make 9 to 5. If it's a 5 or a 9, it's 7 to 5. If it's a 6 or an 8, you're going to get paid 7 for every $6 you put up. The way the chart is configured is, as long as somebody keeps rolling a 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, or 10, you're going to keep getting paid. At some point in time, he's going to 7 out. When he 7s out, the next shooter gets the dice. When the next shooter gets the dice, he has a come-out roll, a decision. We'll say he throws a 4. Now, instead of 32 across, we have to go to level 2 over here, which is $182 across. We can go look at the chart over here, 182. As you notice, we're going to put 25 on the 5, excuse me, 25 on the 4 and 10, and we're going to put 30 on the 5 and 9, and we're going to put 36 on the 6 and 8, as the chart states. Now, obviously, the last thing we want is somebody to throw a 7. So if somebody goes out and throws let's just say they throw a 4. Well, let's look at the chart again. Second level, we bet 25, we receive 45, we're plus $13. Why are we plus $13? It's because we have to get back to 32 across. Forget about all the times we won. We might be ahead 20, 30, 40, $50. That stays in the chip rack. The way this is configured is to get you back to $32 on the first level and a profit on the second level. And as soon as you hit on that second level, always go back to the first level. We tell the dealer, take me down back to 32 across. Now, conversely, if we bet 32 across and we take 4 or 5 wins, we 7 out, we go to the second level, $182 across. The guy comes out with a 4, but he throws an immediate 7 out. Don't get nervous. We got a few more bullets in the gun. Now we'll go up to $954 across. If we look at the chart, now it's $125 on the 4 and 10 each, and we got $160 on the 5 and 9, and $192 on the 6 and 8, and we put it on the appropriate bets after the come-out roll for the third shooter, and we certainly hope after he throws his point, whatever it is, the 6, the 8, we hope he doesn't 7 out. He probably won't. Now you have to remember, on every roll here, this is not 50-50. You've got 24 ways to win by having the 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10, and only the 7 can beat you. There's only 6 ways. So you got an army of 24 going against an army of 6. 24 over 6 is 4-to-1 odds. Okay, the 4-to-1 odds worked against us on the first level, worked against us on the second level, but now we're on the third level. So now we bet the 954 across, the point is 8, and the shooter throws a 9. All right, we go look at the chart over here. The shooter throws a 9. All right, we bet 160. We take back 224. The chart tells us we made a $10 overall profit. We tell the dealer, okay, take me down back to $32 across. We go back to $32 across. He throws a 10, a 10, a 9, a 6, a 5. We keep collecting. He 7s out. We go back to the second level again, which is $182 across. What I'm trying to say here is we're looking to make about $200 a table and do 5 tables and make $1,000. This particular bankroll that we're working with is $6,000. I can give you another chart for $12,000 or $13,000. I can reconfigure the numbers. All you have to do is email me. That's not a problem. What I'm saying over here is when you gamble, you need 4 things. You have to have a bankroll. In this particular case, it's $6,000. A method. This is what we call the 444. We have to have a goal. On the $6,000, we want to pick up $1,000 a day, 30 days out of the month. That would be perfect. If not, we need to do it for every 10 times we gamble. Maybe we can have 1 faux pas we can lose. We win 27 out of 10. So if we're looking for $1,000 and we win 27 times, we made $27,000. If we lost 3 bankrolls of $6,000, $6,000, $6,000, it's $18,000. We still make $9,000 net. It's like any other business that's got some overhead, and you get your freebies, your perks, and everything else. This is doing business as a business with a method. And lastly is D for discipline. If we're supposed to make $1,000 a day, I know the method's good. I'm doing this a long time. But I don't have the right to stay at the table all day, because you know what? If I stay there another 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or a half hour, sure enough, it's going to go 0.7 out 4 times. You're going to tell me, Professor, this method stinks. It's not true. The method is strong. But you got to listen to the professor. This is what I've been doing for years. I've uncovered every rock. I know what I'm talking about. If I tell you get in and get out, you're like a moving target. You could go months and not lose, but then you might go 2 trips to the casino on a Monday and a Tuesday and lose your bankroll. It can happen. But overall, you're going to win 27 out of 30 times, statistically. Now, another thing, picking out a table. You're looking for a hot table where they're throwing numbers. I mean, you walk into the casino, you see there's 9 or 10 crap tables. 2, 3 crap tables is like a morgue. There's one guy there. There's no chips on the table. Got the long face. You don't belong at that table. You want to go where they're high fiving. This guy's kissing that guy. They're jumping up and down. This guy's got a beer. And the most important thing is there's chips in the chip rack. And what are you looking for? You're not looking for the black chips or the green chips. You're looking for the ones or the fives. Why? Because they may change on the fives and the sixes and the eights. They're running numbers over there. It's hot. And remember, you only got to be at that table for maybe 15 minutes to go make it 200. Stop. Have a cup of coffee. Do it again and do it again. This is called method gambling. This is not for a degenerate. This is for a guy who really wants to do this and make money when he goes into the casino. Or better yet, this is for the young professional, your lawyer, your doctor, your cab driver, anybody. This is for a guy who has a little bit of discipline, has a few dollars in his pocket, and I can show you methods for less, for $2,000, for $3,000. You'll email me, I'll get you something. But this is for a guy who's tired of losing in the casino, that wants the best of it. And I can give you the best of it. Now if you're ready, this is what you're waiting for. Give me a drum roll, and let's go to the lesson. For the sake of time, because I don't want to keep you here for 4 hours, we're going to take some footage that was shot already, and I'm going to be able to edit this down into less than 30 minutes to teach you how to use the 444 at the table. Okay, to begin with, we're going to come out with the come out roll. Okay, what do we have here? There's a 4. Okay, let's go to the chart. Now that the point is established, we need 32 across. So let's tell the dealer when we do the 4 and 10, we always say each. That's 5 on the 4 and 10 each. That's 5 on the 5 and 9 each. That's 6 on the 6 and 8 each, as the chart says, 32 across. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, she rolls a 10. Tells you right here on the first level 10, since it's 9 to 5, you receive $9 for the $5, you're $9 ahead. Okay, here comes the roll. We have another 10. Let's add another $9 to the scoreboard. All right, here she comes now, she rolls a 6. As the chart says, she receives $7 for rolling a 6. And here comes the next roll. And she rolls a 5. As we see, we bet 5, we receive 7, we make $7. And she rolls again. Oh, another 5, $7. And she rolls a 5 again, another $7. Boy, she's on a roll here today. And now here comes the next roll, a 6, $7. And the next roll, there it is, the dreaded 0.7 out. Okay, now we're already ahead, which is the whole idea, and those chips stay in your chip rack. Right now, if we were in the casino, we would be switching shooters, and if we look at our chart that you can get right off my website on a free download, you will see, as you're looking at right now, the chart says the second shooter is now shooting. He throws for a decision. He throws an 8. Okay? What do you want to bet? We know from the chart it's $182 across. But you've got to tell the dealer in a very audible voice what you want. You want 25 each on the 4 and 10. You want 30 each on the 5 and 9. And you want 36 each on the 6 and 8. Okay? Now, let's get back to the action. What don't we want? A 7, obviously. Okay? Here comes the roll, and it's a 4. Fantastic. All right, let's go to the chart. We had $25 bet on the 4. We received $40, which means we're plus $13 additional, because we already know we got to get back the $32 we lost, and the profit here, 45. 45 minus 32 is $13, plus all the chips were ahead, as you know. And we tell the dealer, take me down, and let's go back to level 1. Every time we make a win, we go back to level 1, which is $32 across. Now we go back to $32 across, which is On the 4 and 10, $5. On the 5 and 9, $5. And on the 6 and 8, $6. 32 across. Okay, let's see what happens. There's a 9. We make $7. There's an 8. We make $7. There's another 8. We make $7. And there's a 7 out. Okay, not a problem. Never worry. You got 3 bullets left in the gun. And remember, each one of these levels is 4 to 1 odds. 24 ways to win and 6 ways to 7 out. Okay, now we got the next shooter up there. As you recall, it's $182 across. All right, we take the $182 across. We look at the chart, 25 each. And I always say each on the 4 and 10, 30 each on the 5 and 9, 36 each on the 6 and 8. And let's roll the dice. Uh-oh. 7 out. Getting into the little danger zone, but don't get nervous. We still got 2 bullets left in the gun. And remember, we still got 24 ways to win, 6 ways to lose on each of them. Okay, now what we've witnessed now is 0.7 out and 0.7 out. It happens. It happens many times. It's part of the game. Not to get worried. You got a method. You're in for a penny, you're in for a pound. This is your tool. You got over $6,000 over here to make your day's pay. Not to worry. This is called level 3. Okay? We now tell the dealer, and always use the word each, 125 each on the 4 and 10, 160 each on the 5 and 9, 192 each on the 6 and 8. That's 954 across. He doesn't know what 954 across is. You have to explain it to him. Now, I know you're a little nervous out there. We certainly don't want to 7 out with 954 across out there. Okay, let's see what happens. Obviously, what don't we want? A 7. Remember, you got 24 ways to win. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Any one of them, one time, we're fine. We go back to level 1. Let's throw the dice. And let's look at, a 6. We're a winner. All right, we had 192 on a 6. We look at the chart. We collected $224. We made a net profit of $10. And more important, we tell the dealer, take us down to level 1. $32 across, back in the safety zone. Okay, let's roll the dice. 5, okay. Returns $9, a net of $7. Okay, there's another 5. $7, and 7 out. Okay. We wait for the next shooter. We wait for the come-out roll. Okay, he throws an 11. That doesn't count. We need to wait for a point to come out. And here's a 4. Okay. Now, in level 2, as the chart says, $182 across, 25 each on the 4 and 10, 30 each on the 5 and 9, 36 each on the 6 and 8. And let's see what happens. 7 out. A little cold here today. But that happens. Not to worry. Now we got to go to the third shooter. And we have to wait for a decision. Okay, he throws a 9. Now we can begin the game. Now we got to go back to 954 across. Not to get worried. That's why we got the chart. That's why we got the bankroll. 125 each on the 4 and 10. 160 each on the 5 and 9. 192 each on the 6 and 8. And let's see what happens. 7 out. Ooh, this table got a little cool. Now you have to go to your last bet. It happens sometimes. Not that often. You might go a week and never get past the third line, but right now we got to go to the fourth line, which is $5,038 across. That's $660 on the 4 and 10 each, $845 each on the 5 and 9, and $1,014 on the 6 and 8. I know at this point in time you're a little nervous. Hey, $6,000, it's a lot of money, it's your tool. Here's the good news. If this was blackjack, it'd be 50-50. If it was roulette, red or black, it would be 50-50. But remember, you got 24 over 6 or 4 to 1 odds still in your favor. I know it happened 3 times, but you still got 4 to 1 odds. Okay, what don't we want? A 7. Okay, Next shooter's up. The point is 8. And let's see what happens. A 9. Ba-bing. 1 for the good guys. Okay. He throws the 9. We had $845 bet on the 9. Our chart tells us we get $1,183 back, which is a net profit of $15. You always tell the dealer, take me down. Get those chips off. Don't be talking. Don't be drinking. Don't be looking at girls at the next table. Take me back down to $32 across, which is what I call the safety zone. Now you're back at $32 across. You begin the game. And remember, we're looking for $200 a table. 5 tables, make $1,000 and go home. It's not that hard. Just be disciplined. Do what you have to do. Okay? Let's go back. Let's see. We got a 5. All right, $7. Okay. Let's see what we got here. A 10, $9. Okay. We got a 10, $9. Another 10, $9. We got a 5, $7. We have a 6, $7. An 8, $7. A 6, $7. Wow, it's a pretty good run so far. A 4, $9. Another 4, $9. Another 4, wow, $9. And, oh, there it is, 7 out. Hey, that wasn't too bad. You see, it could go hot, it could go cold, but as long as you don't go 0.7 out, 0.7 out, 0.7 out, 0.7 out, you won't lose. Right now, when you gamble, you're just hoping for a lucky streak. Is it nice to have the right bankroll, the method, a goal, and discipline? You know, in business, you just can't go into business with 50 cents. You got to have, in layman's terms, this much money to make this much 98% of the time. And that's what I'm teaching you. Listen, if you have any questions, you can look on the screen. You can get me, at the dicedoc@gmail.com. I'll answer your questions. You can come to me, not a problem. By the way, I do one-on-one lessons. If you're, I don't know who's serious out there, but they're real serious people, and you want to take a one-on-one lesson with me, I'll do it with you. There's no time limit. I'll help you. For many people, you call me up and say, listen, I'm going out to Las Vegas, or I'm going to be in Atlantic City. Professor, I'll send you a ticket. Can you gamble for me or my organization? Sure I can. I'll go to any casino, anytime, any place, and I'll gamble for you. For the real serious people. Because I'm showing it to you. Hopefully you're catching on. You can download this my chart for free. If you want to make it, if it's 6,000 isn't good or 13,000 good, and you want to do it for 11,000 or 10,000, I'll get you a custom-made chart. It's not a problem. But I always do recommend for the serious people, email me if you want to do a one-on-one with me, and I will teach you to be a professional. I'm telling you, isn't it nice to know in valet parking what you're going to win before you go in? All right? Now, back to the lesson. Let's see how we did over here. Now that they're 7 out, where are we? Level 2, of course. Back to our 182 across. You're starting to become familiar with it. Let's look at the chart. 25 each on the 4 and 10. 30 each on the 5 and 9. 36 each on the 6 and 8. And let's see what happens. A 6. Chart says we get $42. We netted $10. And more important, what do? Tell the dealer, take us down. Pay attention. Take us down. Let's go back to level 1, $32 across. Okay. Here's a 4. We just made $9. 7 out. Okay. Back to 182. And you'll find most of the game goes from 32 to 182. 32 to 182. 32 to 182. 80% of the time. Then you bring in the 954 sometimes. And occasionally you do bring in the 5,000, the big hitter. But people saying, why are you getting about $5,000 to win $10, $15? What are you, out of your mind? What they don't understand is This is a tool. A gardener goes out, he's got a rake, he's got a hoe. This is how he does his landscaping. With you, this is your tool right here. Your method, your bankroll. You need to make that one on the roll at 4-1 odds in your favor because you're going to make it. And if you lose, you're still going to win 9 out of 10 times to make your money, 27 times out of 30. This is method gambling. We're going to take the gamble out of gambling. I'm here to help you. I got plenty of students. I know most people on a first-name basis. If you haven't guessed by now, I love what I do. I'm good at it. Without being obnoxious, I'm the best there is. I want to help you. This is my email address. This is my phone number. Don't be shy. Listen, if you don't think you're really going to do it, if you just want to be a slot player, take the lesson and enjoy it. But if you're really serious and you want to learn other lessons, you want to learn about blackjack, you want to learn about roulette, you want to learn about one wins in a casino, you want to learn how to make $2,000 a day, go one-on-one with the professor. You'll send me an email. I'll set it up with you. Do I seem hard to get along with? Okay? Let's get on with the rest of this lesson. I want you to make money. I know you can. Okay. Now we're back down to level 2, 182, 25 on the 4 and 10, 30 on the 5 and 9, 36 on the 6 and 8. And there's the roll. 7 out. So let's go back to the shooter. Let's come back to a new come-out roll. And the come-out roll is a 10. All right. Let's go to the 954 across. At this point in time, we're not that nervous about making the bet. We know it's part of the deal. All right, we got 125 each on the 4 and 10. We've got 160 each on the 5 and 9. We got 192 each on the 6 and 8, 954 across. What don't we want? A 7. Let's roll the dice. A 4. Okay, we're going to collect $225. We made $11 over here. Now, what do? At this point in time, we tell the dealer, take me down. We made enough money over here. And again, for the most part, we're looking for $200 a table, five tables, or $250 a table, 4 tables. We got to have the discipline, take our money, and leave the casino. Well, I'm an older professor. I certainly hope you learned something. I don't charge a lot of money for the lesson, but I got to tell you, it's invaluable. I wish I would have learned this in my 20s. I want you to call me for my other lessons. I really, really wish you'd call me for the one-on-one if you're really serious about being a pro. Some of you might want to call me to gamble for you. And when I go out there and gamble for you and we do it hands-on together, it's an unbelievable lesson. We'll have fun. We'll develop a relationship for a lifetime. You got questions later on, you can always call me. You'll make money with me. Again, I want to thank you for watching. And this is the professor, and I want to say good luck to you, and I'll see you soon in the casino. What is method gambling? I know when I'm in valet parking and I walk in, I know exactly what I'm going to make before I get to the table. I'm looking to make a day's pay. I'm not looking to go home with all the chips or buy the Bellagio like everybody else is. The truth of the matter is, I can take anybody, and I've taught cab drivers, I've taught doctors, lawyers, accountants, you name it, I've taught them. The bottom line is I'm going to give you a method that you can actually take to the table. Now, these methods I have are plentiful, and I use them every day, whether you go out with $1,000, $6,000, or $12,000. We're looking to go out and make roughly 20% on our budget over a 30-day period. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the greatest city on earth, and it's done very, very well for me. I am personally available for seminars. I teach class. I've taught thousands and thousands of people, and I can help you. You're coming to Las Vegas, I'd be more than happy to gamble for you. The bottom line is, if you call me, I'm going to show you how to be a winner in the casinos. If you want to learn, I will give you a lesson over the phone or in person. Here's my guarantee. If my method does not work every single time during the method, it's absolutely free. Now, can you beat that? What have you got to lose? It's affordable. I want you to call me. You come to Las Vegas, I'll gamble for you and your friends. I'm the best there is.